So usually when you get up here, I'm pretty tired from Santa Cruz, but with the e-bike, I feel good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this, see how we feel. Feeling so planted. Never been able to clear that, but with the support from the bike, I definitely had enough power to get up there. Feeling great. Man, that bike feels good. Wow. Just like I said before, this isn't the mullet. My Santa Cruz Bronson's in the mullet as well. That one is 170, but it came stock 160, 150 the haul. This one is stock now. Same head tube angle at 64.5, but this one can get all the way down to 63 downhill style. You move all the way up to 65.5. if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty cross country. This bike just keeps wanting to do more. So the way I feel with this bike right now is it is just as playful as my Santa Cruz Bronson. I feel just as agile as Poppy, but that e-bike, obviously with that power, so coming out of that turn a little slower, it takes me a lot more power to get up back to speed and hit that double right there. But with this, because of that acceleration assist and that support, 2 pedal strikes in, or 2 pedals in, and I got just up to speed almost. So I actually cleared it, which I've never done before, at least not on a regular bike. Yeah, if you have really good turning, or maybe even good turning, which I don't have, you can clear that easily. But hey, that's a goal for me. I'm pretty stoked on that. Doing this climb and talking to you guys, also stoked. I mean, on my Santa Cruz, I would have had to stop, catch my breath after that run, and work my way up slower, way slower. So I was saying, this bike definitely feels more agile, but at the same time, I'm able to feel significantly more planted thanks to the e-bike. So I would say that's how, maybe far stretch, but how like a downhill bike will feel just as planted. That's how this feels for me. I've never been on a downhill bike, but I know that they're super planted, and with this, I just feel like my tires are stuck to the ground. They are the Specialized house tires, which I know aren't the best. I mean, they have great grip, but I think the what's the word I'm looking for lack of better words, the material isn't really rated for an e-bike, so I most likely will get them torn up pretty fast. But overall, this bike is agile, fun, and planted. The Santa Cruz is very fun and agile and poppy, but so is this. I feel, I mean, I'm able to pop like I can on my Santa Cruz. The only thing I can do is wheelies, but I think wheeling on an e-bike is hard, and I'm already terrible at them, so it's a lose-lose. All right, I'm gonna do at least the first half of airtime and see how that feels. Feeling good though. Let's go do this little gap over the road over here. Just smooth. Wow, man, this bike feels great, and I could ride it down and ride it back up without a problem, but I'm already up here, so I'm gonna ride that back up. That was phenomenal. The bike is phenomenal. All right, and this is, of course, with my Zeb Ultimate. It is the last generation, but hey, it was the best shock there was for rock shocks for, I don't know, since the Zeb came out like 3-4 years ago. So it's fine for me. It may not be e-bike, the approved e-bike one. All I did was put an extra token in to compensate for that weight, and so far I have not seen any problems at all with it. I love the RockShox Zeb. It's on my Santa Cruz Bronson as well. Another little 3 jumps right here in succession. Feeling good. Let's see how they look. Feeling great. Oh, that feels great. Man. God, I love e-bikes. It's gonna get really hard to get back on the Santa Cruz Bronson. It's just, I love riding. I love doing this stuff. And you just get to do more of it with this e-bike without sacrificing the weight. You know, a couple years ago, maybe you can really tell e-bikes, they weren't up to par with like enduro bikes and all that. But as of right now, when I'm riding this thing, I can't tell the difference between this and my Bronson. When I'm pushing it, I definitely can. But there is a little walk feature here, which helps bring it up the hill. So that's also nice. But that's really the only time I feel the weight difference is climbing up the hill. Crazy. We'll see. Wow, that felt good. Surprised on that again. Wow. Well, just like before, it doesn't cease to amaze me. All right, I found Hitman. Wasn't really looking, just riding. I'm gonna try to ride what I can see. It is my first time hitting it. I did see it once. I think the trail dogs hit it. That was a long time ago that I saw that video. So it looks like it's pretty steep rock roll here. Very steep. Let's see where to go, where to go. Here it is. Oh, that's it. Wow, that's a much bigger drop than they made it look. Damn. Man, Akela, you made it look easy. I'm definitely not gonna hit that today. At least solo. Wow. Well, yeah, that really puts in perspective the GoPro effect. Cause that is very intimidating looking from up top at least. Gnarly drop. Ah, it's this way. Good idea, bad idea. We gotta have some bad ideas. Make a good ride out of it. Okay. High line usually is better. Over the rock room. And yeah, usually I would have been the wrong gear and screwed, but not today. Always the right gear. It's a sweet trail once I get the hang of it. It's pretty easily navigable, or it's pretty easy to follow this trail. I'll put his name in the description, whoever built this, but he did a great job. I had to put a foot down. Did not know that was a drop. Nice soft dirt though. All right. All right, here we go again. Oh man. Whoo! I did it. avoided one feature and crashed on another. Very typical of me. And I get in the right gear, I should be able to climb this up no problem. So, 2 crashes. One was on Hitman. I've never ridden the trail. That was my first time just finding it randomly. I've watched it maybe once on YouTube. I didn't know that was a rock roll or a drop, so I took it as a roll. I shouldn't have. I should have probably just went around it. Ended up crashing, but I bailed and it was a soft spot. Bike seems okay. Second one, I took a trail. I was just exploring. I thought it was a crazy downhill looking trail. I think it was more free ride because I don't really think it was a trail. It was really steep, and I'm not that great at techie downhill like that. So I crashed, lost my phone, found it luckily in the grass, or on the hillside. It was a pain in the butt climbing up, but overall, my first impressions on an actual trail here at Sycamore was phenomenal. The bike, you'll hear me talk about throughout the whole, or you heard me talk about throughout the whole video. It rides like my all-mountain Santa Cruz Bronson, except with that motor, which makes it everything much more fun. Uphills are fun, downhills are fun. Riding everything, the bike comes alive and it doesn't feel heavy like as if I were to pick it up while I'm walking my bike. That's when I feel the e-bike. If I'm actually on the bike, I don't feel it being an actual e-bike. It feels just like my Bronson. All right, well, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions about my bikes, about my Specialized, my e-bike, or any of my other bikes, leave them in the comments. I do read them all. I do reply to them all. And as always, have a rad day, guys. Just let me fall to my glove. Just let me fall to my glove.